Hi YouTube, it's Janely here. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys a quick update on my budget. How much money have I spent so far while I've been here in Barcelona, and what have I been spending my money on? I want to give a quick shout out to the 3 winners of the free t-shirt courtesy of Social Finance app. And those 3 winners are Jalicia, Ariella, and Jonathan. If that is you, check your email and make sure that you respond to me with your address so that you can get your t-shirts ASAP. If you are interested in winning a free t-shirt, all you have to do is download the Social Finance app and send me a screen grab or a screen pic from your phone to my email at MissBeHelpful@gmail.com. Once I see that you downloaded the app and that you have it on your phone and you started using it to make your budget, I will enter you into the contest. I'm gonna pick 3 winners and I'm gonna be giving out 3 new t-shirts again for this video. So if you're interested, definitely download the app using the link in the description box below. That will take you over to download Social Finance app, and then all you have to do is send me that email to enter the contest. Last week I talked about how I've been adding little notes in, and it's been really nice to just kind of like be using the app a lot more because I've been finding out new features that I really like. Instead of adding notes to say where I've been staying, I actually started doing geotags. So with the geotags, what I've been doing is, actually I'll just show you guys a quick example right here so you can see. I hit the edit button and I went down to the bottom left corner, right where I had, added the note before. You can see the little pin where you would, you might see that on a map. So I clicked that and then I typed in the address to the restaurant and it showed me, the address. I clicked it and I pressed the little red check. So that is a quick way to just do a geotag. So if you don't want to add a note, you can just do the tag, and that way you can see where you spend your money. So that was one of probably the most expensive restaurants that I went to, but it was really worth it because I was sitting on the beach, literally getting a view of the whole Mediterranean waterfront on the Barceloneta Lake Boardwalk. And when I went, it wasn't dark yet. And by the time I was eating dinner, I was having a drink, I looked out and I actually got to see the sun setting while I was eating at the restaurant. So it was so beautiful and the food was amazing. So I'll just show you guys real quick. I'm gonna jump into my expenses. I'm gonna jump into my expense graphs because I feel like that's better for you guys to see the pie. The biggest expense you guys can see is home and utilities, which, like I told you guys last week, this beautiful apartment that I love. There's 2 people staying here, so I have a travel buddy and my roommate split it with me half and half. I will come back into the description box later and add a link to the apartment so that you guys can see where it is if you want to rent it for a future trip. Just know it's a little pricey because it's a nice place. So I paid half, which was $1,079, and my roommate paid $1,079 as well. And then my next biggest category is transport, which so far has been $339. And you guys can see that it's taken up 17% of my budget so far. And it includes 4 different expenses, but I'm trying not to travel too much by like paying for taxis or buses or trains. I'm trying to do as much walking as I can when I'm out and about. And that has definitely been worth it because I get to sightsee and take pictures and everything while I'm walking, as well as save money. So that's been nice and get my workout in. So the next biggest category is food and drink. So far I've spent $362, and that's been 18% of my budget. So actually a little bit more money than transport, which is actually a little bit shocking. Well, not really, because I've been doing a lot of walking, like I said. The other category you guys can see has been leisure, which has been like, for me, the way that I'm spending money on filling up my time and getting to do cool things here in the city. So a few of the things that I've done and some of the things that I'm gonna do tomorrow and next week also. So going to see exhibitions. I've been traveling. I paid I think like 25 euro to see the exhibition and to get a tour of Casa Milà, which is La Pedrera. It's a really famous Gaudí like apartment building complex, like a house that he made. And then Casa Batlló, which also is really famous from Gaudí, and I paid I think 22 euro or something like that to get a tour of that one as well. So basically paid money for that. So architecture, sightseeing, getting tours. I paid 50 euros to see a flamenco show / opera. It's like a combination of an opera and a flamenco show. It's kind of interesting. I've never been to the opera before, so it was my first opera. And it was intense. I paid 50 euros because I wanted to get like a really good seat. So I sat in the front. I did not know I was getting a seat in the front row, but I was in the front row and I saw everything in detail. The dancer, it was so intense. She was really good. And just like all of the singers, everybody, it was a really awesome show. So basically, I paid a little bit more to get that experience. And also because I wanted to get inside of the Palau de Música, which is like a really nice architectural, like what do you call it? Like, I guess like a venue, like a where they have operas and dance shows and things like that, like a theater. And I really wanted to go see inside. So I took pictures. It was really beautiful. And that's why I paid a little bit more for that, to do that on like a Sunday night. I also paid to go sailing. So this is going to be really fun. This was also 50 euros. It's like 4 or 5 hours just sailing along the Mediterranean on the coast of the Barceloneta boardwalk. So I'm just going to be, you know, sailing. So basically spending money on things that I wouldn't normally do, but because I'm on vacation and because I want to experience the city, I decided to spend a little bit more on that stuff. So that totaled up to be $242.10. And then the last little category all the way at the bottom is health and personal care, which you can see is the smallest budget category here. And the reason is because, well, at first when I got here, I told myself I was going to spend a lot of money trying different like workout places. I wanted to do like movement classes at Bamboo Body. I was going to do like a package and try to do like Muay Thai classes. And I did get to try some of those, like the trial class, which is a little bit cheaper, usually like 10 euros. But the packages were a little bit expensive when I could just, you know, do it myself. So I decided to do that to save money, and it worked out. So altogether so far I spent $2,053.50. Now, when I go back and look at my monthly overview, I'm actually really proud of myself, because last week on the video, I had about $69 and change left per day. But now I'm at $94.89 left per day. And that's because during the week, last week, I really didn't do much. I was going to the park, going to the beach, and I was working. Like, I worked on my logo, which I just launched, and a bunch of emailing. So really, I have been kind of being low-key during the week so that on weekends I could enjoy the city more. I know somebody had mentioned that they wanted to know when I use my credit card versus when I use cash, which is a really good question. Anytime that a restaurant was cash only, obviously, then I use cash. And I only brought for the whole month 500 euros cash. Everything else, I've been using my credit card. I have about 300 euros left, so this means that I've only spent about 200 euros in cash, and everything else from the amount of money that I've spent that you just saw has been going on my JetBlue credit card. And the reason that I chose to use my JetBlue MasterCard is because the Apple credit card that I have, that I brought with me, and the Bank of America one, they don't give me as much rewards, as much perks. And the Apple Rewards card actually has foreign transaction fees. So I chose definitely not to use that one. That's pretty much how I've been choosing to use my money. If you guys have other questions besides that one, put them in the comments section below, and I would definitely respond to you or try to include them. Congratulations to the winners of the 3 t-shirts this week. Again, I have 3 new ones. So if you're interested, click the link below to download the Social Finance app and just send me the screenshot, and I will enter you in the contest. If you have any other questions or comments, just email me at MissBeHelpful@gmail.com. Till next time, peace.